God, I recorded and the mic was muted. So we're gonna bring this. Okay. This I'm able to see, then go off fresh. Love, light, peace, and abundance. It is I, Goddess Robin, and I originally was thinking about yielding on doing an episode today because it's literally the day after Christmas, right? So and checking for what you got to say. Everybody's still riding out the holidays, they transact through their risk program. However, Lord have mercy, the signal is acting up. So that means and trust that it's going to be exactly what it needs to be, right? So as I was sharing, then I was like, what about that one that's the person that's in? Because that's what I signed up for, right? So thank you. Check out what I'm talking about. I appreciate you. And willfully you receive something that's a benefit. That is my intent. That something reaches you, unlocks you, inspires you, activates you, motivates you, or causes you to be seen. So I went to a poetry event 2 weeks ago. I spoke about it, and my intention was to get on the mic and share from my heart. However, by the time I list was beyond me before to share that yeah. I want her less on her healing. How I was a little sad, not sad, disappointed, right? I I had planned to go to another event. Where you go, and end up making a cut there either. By the time I walked in Remember, I wanted to sign up on the open bike list. The list is beyond full. And then for New Year's Eve, I've been very much in my own energy. However, for New Year's Eve, I seen where there was an event that was taking place that would have good vibes and poetry and open mic. Excuse me. So I signed for the open mic. I bought my ticket as an artist, and I would perform and see what news it. So I was ready to share it. And then today, I got an email saying that the event has been postponed to January in town. Right. Guides, what are y'all trying to show me, right? Because clearly it is not in alignment at this time for me to be on anybody's open mic stage. So I had to sit with that, right? I had to sit with that and explore it, highest perspective of what could be placed. Right? I already know for our highest good in alignment with our divine purpose. I know this to be the case. So I am going to be directed to go into a different direction. That's not to say that I won't still be sharing my poetry, because I feel like that is still something that is valuable for me to do and part of divine assignment. However, I feel if I'm accurate, I'm sharing what resonates, right? So that got me to thinking about different projects that I have. What's going on with my signal? Because on my laptop I got all my bars, but up here in this app, in the host, it only got one bar. Throughout the irritation of the bars, the signal, and it being choppy, and I will that you lock in on the divine message that's coming through, right? So I locked in and exploring ideas. I have several projects that I have been giving a lot of attention to it, and one of them, and I'm still unpacking that. I feel like part of me feels like I'll just know when it's time for me to execute that, and it's not that I don't think that I'm capable, because I am, and technically it's not having, or it's just it's gonna be, that to me that the format is so. However, the what will be happening in space I've done damn near my whole life. So this signal, boy, this signal. I'm reminded of divine timing, right? Everything happens in divine timing, in perfect alignment. People say, you have a plan. However, God has an even greater plan, right? And of course, I think the people say, everyone in the lab, tell them your plans, right? And that's why I don't necessarily have a plan. I just have the idea. I have the vision, right? And I'm allowing myself to be in the flow, right? In a receptive posture, so that I see with that with me, right? So, me taking a step back from the experiences with the open mic, and I going, right? Idea though, because I'm low, so I got an idea. Be at a place on your journey to trust journey, right? Like to trust your path, to trust that everything is happening in the moments of uncomfortability or that space of not knowing, right? That all of that is a divine relation of the that's required to get you to where you're going, right? And I'm so grateful that I'm in space of trust, and sense of knowing, right? I remember many days where it felt we're understanding as to what was happening in my world and why it was happening the way that it was, right? And at that time on focusing on putting one foot in front of the other so that I could continue to move forward. Because I knew that at any point, if I would have stayed still, I might not have made it to where I am now. Right? So there's that confusion. Sometimes it feels like you're in the eye of the storm, right? And I just want to assure you, confirm to you what your spirit already true, that there's going to come a time where you're going to be on the other side. And as long as you have trust and faith that there's something guiding you that's greater than what you can see, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Take heed to the nudges, to the signs, to the synchronicities, the omens. Take heed to what your body tells you, you know what I'm saying? What your heart tells you. Them seemingly random thoughts that pop in your mind, they're not random. So pay attention to them. Be alert to those thoughts or ideas that come to you. As long as you commit to never giving up, you are, in fact, for those of us, you are to release the connection to the illusions. It could be illusions that you created. It could be illusions that was given to you. It could be illusions that you received because you plugged in to the matrix. However, right? When you decide that you want to let all that go and you want to know the truth, whatever it is, decide you want to know who you really are. But what's in here? Everything lines up to support you in that. And I'm reminded of the book The Alchemist. Right? Paulo Coelho is in that book. It's a story. And I think that's a really great book to read or listen to, because I have audibles, so they be reading to me. Okay. I think it's a really good book, and it resonates. That I benefit from that. It resonates. Someone would benefit from reading that, because I don't know, y'all. I might make this episode a little shorter because I don't know how it's going to look on your end. However, this thing keeps spinning on my end. It counts for something. Like, it matters. And, you know, there was my growth that I understood that, and I trusted it to be true. I trusted it to be true. However, I've all gone to a point where I have this knowing now. I know everything happens for a reason. Everything that takes place, whether it be challenging, you know, distasteful, hurtful, painful, you know, it all actually does happen for a reason. I've been in this space where I'm exploring the things that I'm experiencing now, and the things that took place way back when were the foundation for me to be able to and ground them in real time. Meaning, it's one awareness, and it resonates as truth. However, you don't have it, right? You accept it because the resonance, right? It speaks to your spirit, right? And that has a strong impact. It has an influence, right? It's powerful in and of itself. However, you can have that experience and then it to some in the past, like you can thread through tapestry of your life to identify the multiple seeds. I had an experience today where it was multiple seeds. It was like 2 or 3 seeds that I could refer back to, right? That bear witness to the awareness that I was coming into. So it was like I didn't just have to accept it for what was being shared in real time. I heard it in real time to know that it's truth, because I can go back and verify it with this experience, that experience, and trace it and be able to trace it to the beginning to see where it started, right? I'm really working with energy. A little annoying. This signal is doing this. And it reminds me of one of them that they cutting up, but they don't even act like that. You know what I'm saying? My signal is doing everywhere else, but up here it want to act like I'm gonna take this must be a valuable message for somebody. Right now. Right now. However, nevertheless, where I was able to trace her thought back to the very beginning. And I was able to found it. That was the moment of this particular truth. And it is so real when you can spiritual ideas, is when you can ground the truth, right? 2025, it is my will that more of us least need to feel like we have to prove something to somebody else. It's knowing that we know that we know regardless of what anybody else is talking about, right? And I don't care who they are. I don't care how successful they are, right? And And the reason why I say this is because we are all unique expressions. We are all unique expressions, right? And what resonates with you may not resonate with me. Now, it doesn't make either one wrong or right. It just means it's not a vibration of me. And you go to try it, and it don't work for you. Now, you think I'm a fraud because you went to go do it and it don't work for you. But it worked for me, though. You know what I'm saying? So that means blueprint. However, it's not in alignment with yours, and that's perfectly fine. I think in 2025, we would benefit as a collective to focus on what resonates with us. I've been saying this since at least 2018. Proximity, I've been saying it, and just putting my thought out into the atmosphere. I've been saying it. There's power in pursuing what resonates with you. Let me clear this up. Feedback, right? Like a sounding board from those who says like, oh, you are friend here, so I trust you. No, those that are in vibrational alignment with their own path, right? Pursuing their own journey, you know, that have discovered the thing to enjoy life, to they're basically living a life, doing what resonates with them. Be able to give you a reflection less skewed than someone who's not on their path, that's not pursuing, that's not happy. You know what I'm saying? So yes, pay attention the creative ideas that you may or may not have, or any idea that you want to pursue. Pick it back up. You know what I'm saying? Pick it, nurture it some more. Even if it's not time for you to put it in front of them. When you go to pursue something and it doesn't end up yielding what you expected it to yield, for example, like me with the open mic nights, you know, take them as divine signs and take a moment to sit with it, to see what's available for you in this space, right? Make sure you view it from the standpoint of it's happening for your higher good, right? It's happening for your benefit. Everything that's taking place is for your benefit. Nothing is taking place against you. So take a moment to explore it, to see what's in it for you, right? And pursue. You're not obligated to anybody. You know what I'm saying? You don't owe nobody nothing. You don't owe nobody. Now, depending on the situation, but we're speaking about you being who you are. You don't owe anybody attention. And I found that if people really want to know, they're going to ask questions. People who are really curious, people who really want to know, they're going to ask questions. The born there, so God, like, oh, they're not going to ask you no questions. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay, because you don't want to entertain them anyway. You don't want to deal with that vibration that you are. And that's that. So that's what I got for you today. It's amazing that we even made it through. I'm not sure I've been writing a lot of love poems lately. Right, so this is called, well, actually, I haven't solidified it, but right now I'm calling it while I read it from my phone. Okay. All right. It's called Soaring into Sacred Union. See, I understand why the cage bird sings. Remembering all that once was, the pain, the loss, the yearning, the ache. Yes, still, she rises, for her spirit will not, even in vocal, will always be her song, a composition of love, a reminder that no chains can imprison what's meant to be. And so I choose to speak, to share the freedom of my heart with the world through ink pressed on paper or fingers caressing keys. I've been bound, but explore depths within, unlocking what's inside, unraveling the truth of who I am to walk the path divinely designed. The pursuit of my soul has aligned with the truth I now see. I've remained afloat when the currents tried to take me, but I did not fall. Each challenge was a lesson, a step toward freedom and mastery. And I stand today whole and complete. A woman forged by the fires, exuding my essence, a result of digging deep. Rising stronger like the bird finally spreading her wings. Here I stand, I made, to embrace the force of connection, the magic of fate. I embody the one who calls you in, the one who helps dismantle the walls that keeps you from the future you deserve, where you stand tall, aligned with your highest aim, stepping into your wealth, a divine man with a goddess by your side. Can you feel him? He's who I'm calling for. Together, we lift the vibration, amplify love in its purest form as we love through the storm. We are one the same. Energy, masculine and feminine, here to uplift, gather, to serve humanity. And now, as we stand on the edge of what's next, I call you for my divine mate, my connection. The journey we both walk, let a perfect time, moment now clear. Together we rise, light or dark, reflecting the love that the universe gave. As we welcome a future that calls us both to create, with every step we honor the living our destined life anew. We are the dream, two souls intertwined, our journey guided by love and light, ignite our wings and set our spirits free. Are you ready to soar with me? Dance in love where our hearts are free. Are you ready to spread your wings as we dance in love where freedom sings? Are you ready to take flight with me as we claim our place where love sets us free? I call you forth, divine counterpart. Are you ready to step into the rhythm of our hearts? To fly as one in eternal dance and grace? To claim our place in this sacred space? Let's rise together and spread our wings as love leads us to and sing. Boundless, untamed, and forever. And again, that's called soaring. And thank you so much for joining me for another. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of Poetry Unraveled. It is my will that you receive something of value. It is my will, my intent that you receive something of value. And appreciate every like, every comment, every share. And I look forward to dialoguing with you I look forward to dialoguing with you in the comments. Until the next time, love, light, peace, and abundance, y'all.